no rest for the wicked as we get into this next match between Spectre Fleet Alliance and the Explicit Alliance. Spectre Fleet have come in with a dual Fleet Tempest, dual Megathron, and dual Navy Brutix setup. And next we're going to have Elise Randolph with the Explicit Alliance's comp.
Yeah, the Explicit Alliance are bringing something we've seen a little bit before, or at least an iteration on it. We've got two TFIs, Typhoon Fleet issues, Balgorn, an Eos for Lynx, and Oneros, and two Crewers, and some Atrons and a Punisher. The Atrons, odd choice, I think, but whatever. The the Explicit Alliance came in at 50. The Spectre Fleet Alliance came into the beacon with everything at 0, which is something we generally don't see. It's kind of scary, but with the ships that they have, it makes sense. They've got a blaster rush-ish team. Well, no, they've just got a rush team with battleships and heavy ships, and this is going to be weird. This is definitely going to be weird. They're undermanned with some really big ships, and they're just hoping they get in there and brawl. They just want to be one of the boys, just brawling for glory. And the match will start in 30 seconds. Moderator, what do you think about this match?
I'm questioning if Spectre Fleet Alliance actually has 10 people. In this kind of a setup, it's always better to have support wing in order to actually be able to apply your battleship damage. I think that Explicit, if they play this right, will just screen off the heavier battleships away from being able to assist each other, and that they'll just snowball the match with the Neros reps that they have and hold out.
Yeah, Spectre Fleet is well known for doing what's called NPSI fleets, which is just like pickup fleets, so anyone can join, and they just shoot everyone, and they have a lot of fun. They don't really care too much. But all right, here we go. The Explicit Alliance is sending, as you predicted, their frigates forward, and the frigates are going to try and screen off some battleships. If I were a Megatron, I would love to see an Atron running at me, personally. Like, that would be my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, we can just see Spectres charging straight in. One of the Navy Brutixes is already almost out of armor. Are these possibly hull tank Brutixes? And
oh yeah, this is 1,000,000% a hull tank Brutix Navy issue. I love to see that. These ships are actually really good hull tanks, It seems silly, but they have a lot of structure HP. They make use really well of their structure. And that's one Atron down.
They're on top of everything right now. If they manage to spread tackle and prevent Explicit Alliance from pulling range, they might just actually be able to brawl this entire team down.
Yeah, the Explicit Alliance did send a few of their frigates forward to screen, but a few of them actually ran backwards. Fiona's in the Atron actually ran backwards when he got locked up. And the entire Spectre fleet is sitting on top of this Balgorn, destroying it. And they need to kill it quickly, because if they do not kill it, they're eventually going to be neutered out. And these Megatron hulls won't be able to do that much. Taking forever for Explicit to kill this Brutix Navy issue. They're going to get... Okay, there it goes. Great. Way to make me look like a chump. But they're still going to trade it for the Balgorn and a few of the tackle, which is not bad.
Yeah, that's an excellent trade, and after this, I think they're probably going to go for some combination of a battleship or the Eos maybe to get rid of Lynx, and we can see that there's already a newt on the Oneros, which isn't too far off this battleship cluster, so if they can newt it out and possibly kill it before it can close range, it looks like they're going to be shifting off to the Fleet Typhoon of Lord Krell. So
yeah, they're all sitting battle-balled, and the effort with no support wing, the effort of catching that Oneros would be probably a little bit too much, so they're just going to go with what they've got. A lot of damage, and they're doing it right. You can see these Tempest Fleet issues. Cheshire would be proud of their piloting. They're sitting still to get the best shots that they can get off. The Megathrons are going fairly slow, so they're not orbiting or anything. So they're getting good hits on this Typhoon Fleet issue, and even under Logireps, it is going down faster than this Brutix Navy issue is. Like, that is crazy. The Explicit Alliance have a Logi, and they're still losing ships faster.
Yeah, we can see that there's 2 or 3 heavy newts going onto that Onero, so his ability to rep is being very much mitigated. We can see reps dropping occasionally from Lord Krell. And after this, they've already got tackle with heavy grapplers onto Lazarus 9000. He'll probably be the next primary, and after that, they're just going to grind out this setup. I don't think that Explicit can bring this back.
That is amazing. Yeah, this is over. They've got no DPS left. They've got a great support wing, but unfortunately, their support wing couldn't hold off the rush of battleships. Spectre Fleet just bought way too many hulls, or I don't know. They were just tricky. I don't know how to explain it.
When you've got 2 crewers, they were hull tanked.
When you've got 2 crewers, 2 Atrons, and a Punisher, you think you could catch 1 or 2 battleships, but nope. No battleships got caught. They burned 50 kilometers straight onto the Typhoon Fleet issues and the Balgorn core, and got complete and utter domination with their damage off. Like, that was just crazy damage that the Spectre Fleet had. And obviously still have. Like, They're going to kill 2 Typhoon fleet issues for 3/4 of a Brutix Navy issue. That's an amazing, amazing trade.
Yeah, we
The
can see
issue
that the
right now
Oneros
is
still
how our Spectre fleet going to catch the next targets. Oh, never mind. They're all
the
just
heavy
sitting next to
grappler and
each other.
webs on the Oneros. Yeah, the EOS doesn't have to be close to anything. I mean, it's a drone boat, right? It can apply damage at nearly 60 kilometers. It just should be pulling range, but everything's staying battle balled up still, and with that, you can see webs and grapplers spread across the board, and Spectre fleet is just going to methodically pick them apart because of it.
Aristo Moon finally going down in his Brutix Navy issue. If you guys have been on Spectre Fleet, you've definitely been FC'd by him before. A great FC for Spectre Fleet. And Spectre Fleet, as I was saying that they can't catch anything, they're just shooting the Oneros with barrage. And that's it. The Oneros is dying to 2 Tempest Fleet issues. And it is eating it right now. There's some drones on it too, so it's not just the Tempest barrage, but mostly that. And the Oneros is down.
Yeah, there's a crewer that's been heavy grappled, so he's going to be probably the next primary as well as an Atron, and then they can just relax and do whatever. They've got this match thoroughly in hand.
Props to the Explicit Alliance. They're not going out to the edge of arena and kiting and making us waste our time or anything. They knew that we had some scheduling issues because of the previous match. So they're like, we'll just die quickly. Really stand up, guys. Appreciate it. Good job. And of course, they are not eliminated from the tournament. They just dropped down to the lower bracket, the elimination bracket, where everything is a fight for your life as an Atron goes down. What do you think about bringing Atrons instead of literally any other ship?
I think that's what you're left with when you bring a pair of Fleet Typhoons and then a Balgorn, as well as an EOS, right? You've used up so many points in that setup along with the Oneros that you're only left with 10 more points to use for the rest of your core. So you're forced to bring either crew wars, which, are always a pretty good pick, but then you're left with 3 Tech 1 frigates, which just aren't that survivable, really.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we saw the double Atrons and not like the double Punishers, because the Punisher is a little bit tankier. It's just ships are dying, guys. Like this stuff is dying because of these Tempests and Megathrons are just throwing their drones at stuff and shooting with barrage. It looks like PP Room is dying, but he's structure tanked, so the entire team would take their entire team to kill him, and they've only got a crewer and a Punisher left. Oh, nope. Hio in the Punisher is doing what I said Explicit Alliance weren't doing. He's making a break for it. He's going right towards the edge, it looks like. No,
he's heavily neuted, and it doesn't look like he's able to prop mod, so those drones should be able to finish him off. So, if you're Explicit Alliance, what do you do in your next losers bracket match in order to reset and try to get your best foot forward?
So Spectre Fleet didn't take a very typical archetype, right? They just took a bunch of battleships and had fun and structure tank them. So maybe it's not something they practice against, but they definitely need to get back on the practice grid and figure out how their support ships can web off targets. Like that's really, really important, and it always has been. And that's the end of the match officially. Spectre Fleet takes this with a hilariously clowny structure tank battleship core setup. And with that, we'll send it back to the studio.
You just made me drop my fucking biscuit in my